Hello, this is Lana. This is Galactic Civilizations version 2.0. Been out a week. There's actually been some significant minor change to the game, and the reason I say is it is pretty impactful for the influence game. So much I had to probably throw a tiny bit of a fit to get something adjusted just a tad bit, especially since this current game would be pretty hosed by the changes. So loud. Okay, I might do some ship designer stuff. I also gotta just get back into the game. I haven't played in a while. It looks like someone. If you have any questions, just post it in the chat. It will show up on the stream here. And I will be going into the game now. I don't know what that is. I think I was testing something. Okay, so I'm playing the Verdant Star Elven. Oh, I never changed that silly... I have a picture that I drew in paint. And it's one of the citizens. It's going to look really silly. I'll show you. It's kind of comical. I'm not going to go through and change it now. All right. By the way, if you're new to the game and you have any questions, jump in the Discord. A lot of people are willing to help each other out. Okay, so I came in here and there's this event here. They're saying that they're getting a little concerned about my military buildup, and they're just kind of worrying about this. So here's our current layout. Now I always kind of start off with just kind of an intro of what we're looking at here. I basically like to just stream this part because I think it's kind of important just to be able to know the things to look at when you're returning the game after a little while. So I've been out all week, and my laptop had some issues, so I couldn't actually play the game all week. So kind of showing off first what mess I would have been facing with the changes that they made for influence. So now there's a penalty, which if you are new to the game, when a patch comes out, you can continue playing the game and you won't see any of the changes. Now mine might, because I have a configuration option here. So you don't have to start a new game when they patch the game. You can continue playing the game and the game will work as it did before. It uses the same files. It's only when you start a new game do you see the new changes. So here, let's see. I don't know if it'll show this here. Okay, because I have a way to actually update the game files, and I have enabled it. I am actually seeing this thing here. This is your growing cultural influence. Now, what that diplomatic modifier means is because I'm actually putting influence on this core world. Now, before that change, it was any world, and I can show you how screwed I would have been very quickly here. So right now I have Hofmeister. I'm getting that penalty because I'm influence Hofmeister 1 with this one. But if before this change, it was any world, so I would have been a -2. Now now I have a little bit of a problem here. Well, the AI swooped in and they took all these little worlds here. And I have the core worlds, so I will eventually get them back. So then a close ally of mine up here would have gone to pretty good relations, we're close, could have almost immediately turned very sour relations just because they swooped in and took the class 1 colonies. So, I brought it up and seemed like I don't think anyone actually understood what I was trying to say there. I was just like, I can't do this because I play influence games, and I get the whole you should not be able to take stuff without consequences, but I would just be really annoyed with the AI. So that's part of the whole thing there with these changes here. So so just to recap, this was the Yor. I just finished defeating the Yor in the last game. And, I have a little bit of a problem. I have this AI has swooped in and they're taking stuff. I'm in the middle of trying to get as many star bases as possible from the Yor's territory. And I've marked these with little markers. Now, unfortunately, actually, no, fortunately, when I've sent the constructor to the marker, I've deleted the rally point, so that should be fine. Okay, I can come over here. This is the summary. The advisors tab, I barely use these, and then you have the summary tab, and if there's like a little trade icon, I could trade, but I've been keeping up on the trades here. So the Manti, which are up here, are really strong right now. So they are my close ally, but I want to take them down a peg. So then we have the Luxar, the Onyx, and Navigators. Navigators are in my system. They're up here. They have some stuff here. So my goal is to figure out how I can take out the Manti. However, I have a terrible military. A lot of this game, I've had a rough start, no resources. Getting a lot of influence pressure from the Manti, who's all over this sector. So now I want to kind of push them out, expand my colonies. And we sort of did that over here. I can't remember. Where is it? Is it? Oh, right here. So we both have these core worlds here, and I pushed them out, or out of my area by building the planetary beacons on these 4 worlds here, even maybe 5. Yeah, all 5 worlds here to kind of boost my cultural input on this world, and then built a triangle of culture districts. So, all right. So that's that. Then we go to the graph and just kind of get faction power is just a combination of everything here. And then prestige is for prestige points. So we have the Manti, they have it's like, I don't know, 250, I think, of the 10. I think it's 10. No, it's probably 1,000. Yeah. Of the prestige points. I'm kind of down here in the middle. No one's a threat right now. The Manti is up to 20% of the prestige that they need, but nothing alarming. Economic power, they're the economic power, military power. They are shooting up for some reason. Now, the speed that they do this, I'm almost thinking they built a... these are commander ships. It's possible. I'm not sure what they have there. They got something. Their military is getting strong, and because it's getting so strong, they got a modifier that they covet my worlds. So when you're seeing this, it means your military is too weak. So you need to improve that. So let's go back. Databank. Population, they're winning on that. And then I'm second on that. And then influence, they're pushing some pretty good influence manufacturing. They're doing that. I don't know what they're doing over there. They keep they keep cutting down their manufacturing a little bit, and then research. They're leading everything right now. So I need to figure out. I need to get an advantage to take them on. Um, to fight them now. I can see that all their worlds do have something there. I do have vision on everything, and I believe it's because I have a spy. Let's go to leader screen. Um, Here's my hand drawn picture. I did this to show someone. I think there's a video or there's a post online saying um, that you couldn't use paint. I was like, yeah, you can. It works just fine. So I made this picture, but I saved it to my main faction here, so that's why it's there. I was going to switch that out, but all these leaders I created using this base image, which was from Stardock, and then I used one of the stable diffusion or AI generation things to generate all these other characters, and I think it came out really well. This is my first attempt playing with it, but I like it. I think it looks really nice. Um, and yeah, I was able to play with the filters to get like different colors and some different variations and stuff like that. All right. Um, okay, so I think I got that. So the first thing I need to do is I need to redesign my ships. Now, I've been researching really weird most of this game. In fact, I'll just straight up say I have not really been researching any kind of way I should be. So I don't know how many ships I have here. So we'll go to ship designs here, and I'm hoping I've been playing around with some settings. Actually, before I do that, let's just make this a whole ship design tutorial. So if you are wanting to get into doing ship design in a game, there's a few ways. And I think I covered a little bit in the previous video. I'm not sure. I might even cover it further, but someone was asking how to do this, so I might just cover it again. First thing I recommend, so there's a couple things. Well, I'll start with the basic mode, which is you go to new design, you pick a role, let's say fighter, start new design. Now it will do a design. It'll just pick one for you if you want. And you can just double click on the modules that you want to add to it, and it'll show up around here. That's how they designed it to be very basic. Sorry to bother you on space. Hey, yeah, whoever you are, I have no interest in. I'm not going uh, to accept the sponsor. Yeah, so I'm going to figure out how to ban you. I do not care about money. Now you're going to make me look how to ban you. Let's see. I don't know. Um, just don't click on it. I'll figure out later. Supposed something, yeah. It's like, really get out of here. And it's, if I remember correctly, it was some of a hassle to get rid of them. Colors only chat, tasks, manage. I might just clear the chat. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, I always hate when people jump on my channel and advertise. I just absolutely, just in general in life, hate people that advertise and stuff. I don't like it. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked with that. All right, so that's how you make a basic um, ship here. You can just double click on all these. The next thing you can do is, let's say you want a different design here, you can click on the cosmetic mode. And in cosmetic mode, you can pick any of the other designs that you want to use. And then you have core, which is the one that comes with the game. User is the one that you've created. This is the Raptor from Battlestar Galactica. And downloaded is if I download one from the workshop. Okay, leave out of that. You can also go to options and click advanced edit mode. Excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Advanced edit mode, what it means is I can take or click on one of the modules and then I can place it onto the ship itself. So if you're wondering how to place the modules wherever you want, that's how. I don't agree that this should have ever been hidden, but it was something that they wanted to do. All right, there's another option, and this one I'm hoping they make it a little bit more obvious. And the other option is you can go in here and click Enable Freeform Ship Design. And what that does is if you double click on this, we'll do New Design, you'll have the Create Freeform Design. This is a request a lot of people just like. All they want to do is they just want to build ships. They design ships of their own. Here's another one I did. I actually did this one in the Raptor was from GalCiv, the other previous GalCiv games. So you can actually, you get a lot more. You can design whatever hull size that you can currently build, and then you can, you don't have, you're not defining the role, so you can use it as a template. So let's do another ship design. We'll just do a brand new one real quick. And let's do a cruiser. We'll do freeform design. Now, one thing here is ideally you want to select the hull size. And this takes a little understanding, like a cruiser is a medium hull. So then you come in here, and there's a few different options. So this cogwheel has show parts from other styles. So by default, you'll have the one style, and it's kind of whatever ship list that you have. And these are your you have to have a basic one. So all these styles kind of look like either Onyx or the Baratech. They kind of share a similar design. So all these parts are kind of related. There's some that are universal, like this is a universal part. So you have that. Then you can go to options. You can show parts from other styles, and this is kind of where you can really get some freeform ability. These are the Arceans. This is the you can have a space octopus. You can kind of play around with that. So you can do, you got a lot more parts to really customize ships however you wish. Come in here, and these scale snaps, let's say you want to adjust, you can make it so like rotation where it's 5. Well, if you want a little finer control, you may want to set it to 1. offset step. You can set up what degrees, and sometimes it's even worth just playing around. Like start off with a macro, with larger options, and then fine tune it as you go through the design. Hide basic palette, I believe, is what's down here. You probably will never do that. And then show design gizmos. You want to enable this. And this isn't clear what this means, and I'm going to show you what that does. But you probably want to always disable that. And then always enable design gizmos if you're into ship design. And then short ship names, never turn this on unless you're doing testing. This creates some weird problems. And the advanced edit mode, it's up to you. I usually say turn it on. So we'll do this like so, and then we'll create a new design. Okay, so first thing I need to do is, if you're doing a new design, you can start with any design as your base design, or you can do this square. So, and just so you know, there's a guide on Steam that I think it's Halside created. That I'm a terrible ship designer. I just pick a ship that I want to do, and I make it, slap it together and just go. Halside comes up with these like crazy designs from TV shows, and I think he did a Stargate one, stuff like that. So he has a guide on, you can do other things. I'll do one of the basic tricks that I learned playing around with it. So I might, just because I want things kind of be my fleet style here, I'm going to select this, and I want to do a cruiser. And then I will click parts, and then pick something to start as a base. Now, it doesn't matter what part of the object you want to pick, but there is an orientation here. You can actually make it, you could design a whole ship and then realize that it's flying backwards. So you want to kind of control that. Or I'll show you how it is set up. So if you notice one of these ships, this is the back of the ship, this is the front. So it's going to start when you click on these looking like that. It's back here. It's going to be at this orientation whenever you first click a hull. So if I were to move this and I click another hull, it's going to always be like that. Now keep that in mind. Now I'm going to click on the square. It's following the same orientation here. So this is going to be the front, top, left, and right's on the other side here. So then I will do, we'll pick a base part. Let's pick something here. Now this is critical. Once you select a base part, never touch that. Once you attach the base part to that square, build everything from that part. Don't if you go to square, it's going to create some problems later on. So now that I've set the part, now I work my build in off the part. Now I am a terrible artist with this, so I'm going to just kind of figure out what I can put together to make it somewhat decent. I'm trying to visualize what this could be. Yeah, well, that looks kind of weird, but I might do it. And then let's I can show it. Now that looks cool thing is even if you're a novice with this stuff, you can create some interesting looking things with just putting parts together. I just probably pick one I'm not really familiar with. How about this? See, the problem with the Onyx ships is they're designed to be asymmetrical. So it's actually kind of hard to make this work. Like the other ones, I could slap like 3 or 4 parts together and just be done with it. Well, maybe we'll just, okay, we'll get rid of this asteroid component. So what that was yelling me, because that one's actually kind of hard to attach to. Let's grab this one here. So then I don't know. I know some of you artists are like, you are such a scrub with this. Yes, I know. I'm terrible with the designer. I cannot find a way to make this look somewhat decent. Okay, we'll work with this. Okay, so you'll see this little gizmo. Now this is a gizmo. This is what I enabled in the options. The red, green, blue, and if you've used anything like some of the other modeling tools, it's somewhat similar. So you have if I turn off proportional scaling, you can see that red is the y-axis, X the green, X green, and then you have z-axis, which is the cyan, and then you have all, which is the center one. So you can use this. If you're wondering why this thing's clunky, without the gizmos, it is clunky. It's you have to adjust the sliders, and it's really a pain. But there's also hotkeys. So you have the T hotkey, and that's the offset. You have the R hotkey, which is rotate, and you have Y hotkey, which is scale. Okay, and they're all kind of right in a row, R, T, Y, and you can use this to kind of quickly, like I can take that, I can hit R, and I can rotate it, however I wish, and then I can adjust its angle, and then I could resize it. And then there's some other things you can do. So let's say I want a symmetrical design. I'm attaching onto this. I can click. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, one of these mirroring options. And so all I gotta do is I only need to worry about adjusting one and adjust both of them. Okay, and then we'll just do this like so, and then I'll show a little bit of grouping. So let's say I wanted to make my own part. I just want to make something not look absolutely terrible, just slightly terrible. I don't know, maybe like so. Oh, whoa, whoa. And you can control these down here. Sometimes I switch between them. Scale. There we go. I don't know. So let's say I was like, you know what? I like this little like wing thing. I want to use this for something else. I use this a lot for like if I wanted to make I think one of my parts I have in here is a nacelle design I did for like a Star Trek looking ship. I can't find it. I made this like booster. So you can actually click on one part, hold down shift, click on another part, or you can click it up here, which I think I attached it funny so they're not linked together. They're actually linked. They're both separately linked to here. So it's hard to explain why that's the case. So I might actually just I should have read what part that was. And because I need to do this right. Okay, make sure I'm attaching it to here. I might just test, click one, click the other, and they're linked together. They're both highlighted now, so they're linked in it. So we'll do this, and I'll explain why this was a huge important thing to do. Sometimes these axes get a little clunky because it's anchored, how it's anchored. So if you're wondering why sometimes you just gotta pick the one that doesn't seem right. Let's see. It's this one. Okay, we can do some fine tune. What was that, green? So you can also control down here. And so you can kind of play around with these to fine tune it. Okay, so let's say, hey, I like this combination here. I want to use this again in the future. I can click on one, hold down shift, click on the other one. And now with both of them selected, and you'll see like a little yellow outline. I can click, they're not linked. Oh, okay. Now that I have both of them selected, I think it's actually Control, not Shift. Now that they're both selected, I can click Group, and now it's one part. And you can take this one step further. Now that you've grouped it, you can save it. Maybe I have to do it when I select them. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so you have to do it, now that they're... Before I click group, I can click save component, and it will say, give it a name, wing. And now it's going to be in this list. So you can grow your library of your own parts that, you like. You can create custom parts to use for other designs. And then let's find, now the question is if I can find the part. Let's see. Siege platform, that. And I am part of it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so now you see that this part here has both those components linked together. And so when I'm building ships, I can always have that set up and use that for other things. I think I have... I have a few different ones. I think some of them might be gone. If you want, you can go, or you can do various things like rename them and stuff like that. All right, so we got parts here. We've got them linked together. I just noticed that, and I don't like the orientation. Okay, let's say you want to ungroup these. You can click the ungroup button. Let's say you're designing a ship and you want the ship component on the ship, but you don't want to see it. Let's say you want to make a rail mount or a spinal mounted laser, but you don't want the, you don't like the art design for the laser. So let's go out of here. Let's say I want to do a particle beam. You can do this before or after. You can click hide part, and then you can place a particle beam. Now it'll show up right now, but when I save it, it's hard to see, but it's translucent. So I can save it, and it won't actually show up when I'm fighting. So that gives you kind of a lot of customization, like how you want to do that. And then come back here and click on this. Let's see, we've covered that. You have mirror, you can do this. Like, this is kind of like how you do an X-Wing. You can do that, and then click on the part here, and like so. So you can do mirroring, and then you can do there's different types of symmetry. You can reset it to default. You can do different flipping, stuff like that. There's actually a lot of controls in this. And then if you need, you can get rid of the outside stuff. So let's say, okay, I got this. this ship that I designed here, this cruiser. This is gonna just bother me. I need to move this back, and this is gonna. I'm gonna use this in my designs here. We're going to leave cosmetic mode. Now we're into the design. Now you have a few different options to put functional components. These ones actually do things. You can double click on this and it'll just put it somewhere on the ship like I showed before. You can place it, pick them up, put it wherever you want. And well, that's actually it. All right. So we have now I have the Hyperion Shrinker that I stole from the Yor. Well, yeah, I took their planet, and now it's mine. So now I can design a ship around it, and let's do. Oh, one thing is because I'm in freeform mode, I can save it right now, and I can say we'll just call it wing ship. And then it's here. Now, because it's a freeform one, it's really not terribly valid, so we can go back in here. And because it's a medium class ship, I can make it into a flagship or a cruiser. So we're going to do cruiser. And now I got to think what I want to do with it. Now, I've kind of discussed this in the guide. There's a couple things. Cruisers basically fly up to a target to get range with all of its weapons, and then it fires from that range. So if I put a star cannon together with missiles, and this says so this was changed, and some people don't know this is in the game. It was fixed. So if you put the a missile along with a kinetic weapon, it's going to go into kinetic range. It will keep moving forward until it goes kinetic range. However, if you just have missiles, it will sit at maximum range of the missiles. You won't advance any further. So now, because of this change, if someone says, hey, why are these ships going into the point blank range? That's why. It was a pretty good change. I liked it that they did that. All right, so now look at our ship design. I have some antimatter. I have some thulium, and I have a little tiny bit of Valyrium. So I have a good amount of missiles. I think what I might do is I might make a missile cruiser with my harpoon missiles. And maybe put... I have no shields. Funny. I think that was one of the things I was saying. I'm going to get shields. I still haven't got shields yet. All right, so weapons here. Missiles, obviously, they attack from the furthest range. They have low accuracy. You have all the stats for this right here. They have a missile cooldown, so every 5 phases, it'll fire at 50% accuracy. Here's their antimatter cost. Now, for the cost of these, you get 1 attack per weapon type. So if I have a harpoon missile, if I have 2 of these, it's doing 1 attack, but combines the combat rating, which is we have 2 harpoon missiles, which is the +6 here, and then I've researched some tech, so I have a +2, and then a 10% after that. So that brings me at 8.8. So, but it'll only do 1 attack for 8.8. It's not going to do 2 separate missile attacks every 5 rounds. It does 1 attack. So if I stack more of these, now another reason this is important. This has this has a cost of 1 antimatter. So if I deck this thing out, this ship will cost me 8 antimatter, and I can build 2 of them. If I lose one of these, I'm losing a lot of invested antimatter, and you just don't need to do all that. I find just put some, let's say I might just put 2 antimatter weapons on these, and then fill it out with the non-resource ones. I'll change how this looks in a second. So then it still contributes to the total, and it's still 1 attack. In fact, why these both look like they do 3 no matter what? Let's... Oh, okay. So the reason why they do the same damage in this case, but I can fit a little bit more with the harpoon missile because it has a 1 point lower mass. So if I, let's just do harpoons. Okay, I can, what was that, 8 harpoon missiles? Okay. There's a lot of these. And then Avengers. I can get 6 Avenger missiles. So you can use the resources to make it a little stronger, but you don't have to go all in, make ships with just stacked with resources, because 1, it's just a waste. So let's add a couple of harpoon missiles. And one thing you can do is you can add 1, just if you want it to visually appear, and then let's see, harpoon. Well, that, and then I can click hide for the rest of them. And I'm going to do half my mass. Oops. Avenger, hide, half my mass. Like so. Okay. Now, there's a couple ways. Now, because of this design, I might actually go a little bit further with this. I might go maybe 1 more missile module here to get about 2/3. Because I have no interest in this thing getting into point blank range. I'm going to use it to bombard with volleys mostly. So what this gives me is an 18 point volley, so it can volley for about 9 damage. Or no, this works differently. It would be 20% of that, so I don't know, like 16 damage volleys, which is pretty good. That's enough to kill most, or it's a roll up to it, so it'd be about 8 damage. It's enough to basically kill a frigate with a volley. And then go to defenses. I'd fill up the rest of them defenses. Now, I don't have a lot of options here. I wouldn't even usually do hull plating, but I haven't researched shields. So I can add some hull plating. And then usually I would add, a few of those, back 1 off, and then do a shield. And there's many different ways of handling your ship design. The way I've liked doing it is I just set it up that way. Now, there's a couple advantages about just going through and actually placing the components on the ship. Is if I save this right now, it will remember where these hard points are. So it says, okay, there's a weapon here. So if I create a new ship, it'll put the weapon right there. I don't have to, it's faster the next time. That's why if you build a colony ship and you just double click on the colony module, it looks like it's in the right spot. Or if you don't bother with it, that's why it just goes all random, placing things randomly. Okay. Another thing you can do is, I don't have many defenses to choose from. The weapon jammer increases evasion, which actually isn't a terrible idea if I could get 1 of those. No, I can't fit. Never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. The other thing is you have different engines. And the boost engine basically it only adds one move, but you can do no limit. Now, I don't think I'll ever design a ship that actually uses a boost engine. It's just not worth it. The interstellar drive adds 2 moves, and the mass varies by the ship size. Unshielded thruster I was using for the colony ships in the earlier video. This is it reduces mass, but or increases the moves, but reduces the hit points of the ship. And then you have the Promethean, which requires 1 Promethean, which will allow it to move the fastest. Or it moves. Oh, they changed it. Okay, it used to be 4 moves. It looks like it's 3 now, but it doesn't have the 50% hit point loss that the other one does. So I can do that. Now I'm not going to probably do that right now. We have special modules. If you want to make more flagships, you can do the flag module. Mining is for the mining ships. Colony. These are ones associated with the cargo ships. Supply module, transport module, stuff like that. We have hull support, which adds 4 hit points. You probably will never build this. Maybe. No, I don't think you'll ever build it. Maybe. I was going to say maybe on a fighter. No. Some people like putting probe modules on everything for element range, and if I had a say in it, this wouldn't be an option. But so far I haven't won that, so enjoy it. You can put probe modules on everything and have unlimited range and never have to worry about range. Life support. If you want longer range ships, you can do life support. And what's mass on these? Not too bad. So this range is how many tiles from a starbase, planet shipyard, or I don't know if shipyards include, from a starbase that you can move from. This is like a fuel tank. So they were removed from the game for a while, and now they're back. Which I like it. I like to have more control, and the only thing I want to do is get rid of the Pro module to make these a little bit more useful. Sensor ships are kind of good for your ships in the back. At least one of your ships to have the sensor range. You don't need to build or put this on every one of your ship classes. You only need to throw on one. Sometimes cruiser, but usually like a battleship, whatnot. They have the extra masses to spare. I think you can do one of each. Oh, I'm full up on mass right now. Oh no, you can do unlimited these. Okay. So if you want to make a sensor ship, you can just, where you can see really far, you can do that. But I do kind of a house rule on this. I can do one sensor, but I'm not going to put one on this one. And then you have the targeting computer that increases your accuracy by a little bit. Integrity cloud. So check here as you research stuff, you'll get more different modules. Now some of this is my personal limits on what I will like to put on there. I'm not going to probably put life support on here. I'm not trying to do long range stuff right now. I'll get a couple of these armor modules to let me do 3. Yep, 3. And, like so. Now, if I click save, I can give it a name. 3, and then 03. And this is just a convention here that allows me to see kind of at a glance what it's equipped with without having to go into anything else. So in this naming convention, this is a Mark 1, which is just the first variation of this. Helps later on I start knowing, oh, these Mark 1s are very effective. Or this is a really old ship. It's a Mark 1 and I'm up to Mark 10. So it gives me an idea how old that ship is. And then you have the 0. I do 0's kinetic. The second the first digit is kinetic, second digit is beams, third digit is how many missiles. I have 3 missiles. This is shields, and this is armor. So I know what I want, and you can do other things. I will do a plus, and what the plus stands for, it has a resource requirement. So save. Now let's say I wanted to do a ship without a resource requirement. I can click on that ship, click new design, can take off the 2 over here, and I can put more Avengers on there. And this is handy to do from time to time, to have one design with resources and one without. So if you run out of resources, you can build a simpler variant. So let's see. And then I'll take the plus out here. Okay, this design's kind of garbage. Alright, so I have these 2 variants, and they have different strengths. One has a resource requirement, so that's kind of how I would approach this. Alright, so now I'm going to go look at my designs here. Okay, so actually this point. When I designed the ship, they all showed up as featured ships, which gets a little confusing. So you can go to options and go to uncheck auto favorite created ships. And the reason why I do that is when I design these ships, it shows up under combat ships instead. It helps organize your list here. Now there is a bug every time you load your game. It will put all the ships that you hid back in the top of the list. So unfortunately, I just got to deal with that. Okay, so this is the trunk. Trunk was basically a cruiser. It has the Avenger missiles, whatnot. I don't need this anymore, and this is a custom design. I don't think I'm going to use this in any other game. So I have the option I might permanently delete it. Now actually this hasn't been too bad, and that's not a terrible design. Even with it has interstellar drives on it, so I have volley attacks, but I can get out of range. I'm going to actually do that. Probably, no, I'll leave that design here. So I'm going to just unfavorite. Shroom, this is seed ships. So I made this with a sensor module. So now I have a better sensor on it. So I'm going to click edit this design and then show designs. I'm going to remove this set. Oh, jeez. Nope, I clicked the wrong one. Not that. Oh, it's doing that. Okay, I think I'm dealing with a minor little bug here. Where is this sensor module? Is this it? Because I don't have a siege module. There is a reason why this is happening, and I just can't remember it for the life of me. I think I might have attached it to something that I didn't expect. So it's kind of stuck. Alright. Yeah, I mean, so what I would do is I might just attach it, and then I might just do this as a Shrew Mark II, and I can, since if I take a seed ship with me, then I'll get the sensor boost, and then if I want, I can clean up the design there. In fact, if I had the base design, I could probably do that better. Let's go in here. Let's edit the base design. Deep space. Oh, let's not do. Oh, see, something about that component where that was is making it act funny. So let's try putting it up here. Can I click on this now? No. Okay, I don't know what's going on then. And then let's put seed ships. I like to put. I'll get a sensor ship or sensor module, and then probably unshield thruster because they're not going to fight. I might as well make it so they move fast, because they don't have to move with my fleet if I establish space superiority. Or if I just need to get them out, I can do that. So we're going to call it a shroom Mark 2, even though Mark. Let's see, shroom Mark 3. Okay, so we got this. Let's I'm gonna delete that design altogether. That I will keep. Let's see, constructor. I don't think I might redesign all this stuff. I did. So we have the interstellar freighter. I don't have the intergalactic freighter, but I don't think I need it. And what that is just, it kind of tells me I put more engines on it. Interstellar colony ship, and no, don't have the intergalactic one. Supply ship. I have that, so I may probably temporarily hide this design. And then we have the freighter, supply ship. Okay. And then looking at my other designs here, I have the Sprout, a Mark 1. We're going to edit our design here. This is a frigate. I've got some more space to put stuff on. I don't think I'm going to bother right now because I'm going to get shields. Once I get shields. But that's kind of all the ship designs. The only thing that probably needs to cover is if you go into the designer, click save, you can do ship template, and then it'll show up as a ship design in your other ones. Sorry, it'll show up as a ship design on the creative screen, what you select over here. So that's what that option is. All right. There's one other thing. Let's say I have a design. I think it looks really awesome, and I want other people to download it. I can click upload design. Okay. And then I can say, I can even hide it if I just want to be able to find it easily and I just want to download it myself. I can make it as hidden. I can adjust the picture. Let's say if I want to change the angle of the thumbnail, I can do that. A lot of people actually ask, like, well, I don't want all my designs look like this. This is one thing you can do. I actually think this control needs to be when you save it. I'm going to make that suggestion later. You can do a name, you can do a description, and then it'll attach you as an author, or you can mark as anonymous if you don't want it to be obvious. And then it's I can click upload, and it'll show up on the workshop. Wing ship design. Okay, and take a picture, generate, it'll do the thumbnail, and then I can click upload. So if you're really inclined to do the ship designer, you can do that. So now it says, okay, it's successfully uploaded the design in the workshop. And we can go. This export button, let's say you want to bring this into a model viewer. You can click export. And now it will put it in the exports folder. And it makes I forget what the file type is. Some people that are into model stuff will know when I tell them. It's a object file. So if you want to 3D print a design, you can do that. or if you want to make a scene out of it, you can do that. It's really powerful, some of the things that you can do with these things. All right, so I'm going to save real quick. I have made some changes, but not too many. I'll just... because I want to go back to the main menu and go to the mod workshop. And then I can go to ship designs and my mods. And it doesn't always show up right away. Or in this case, maybe at all. I think there is a little delay for it to upload. Oh, here we go, manage downloads. So then we have this design here, and now it's on the workshop. And on the, you'll have the style there, Windows created, updated, author, stuff like that. And then you can see how many people subscribe to it. Some people are really into their designs. And then if you see a giant space dick, you can click report or something. If there's something that's clearly offensive, you could report it. Let's see. I think about it, it's like, nope, I mark all my videos as not child or not for children, so I could say naughty words. All right, so we're going to delete that design because it's terrible. But you can come in here. You can save your factions too, just so you know. Let's see. We'll go to browse, and let's say I want, find a game, and let's do a medium hull. I'm guarantee I'll find an Enterprise here, like right there, or the Corellian Corvette. Airmaster is one of the big ship designers. He does a lot of Star Trek ships, so he has a fair number of subscribers. Halside, who did the guide, so he's got some really cool stuff. Now notice the style because it matters when you're actually importing. So you can download these ships. So let's say I want to. Halside did one of these. I might just click download here. So I found you can find some kind of cool ships, and they don't always appear in all your games for many reasons, but there are ways for each one. Here's an F-15. I think there's like one where someone made a transformer in here, and it actually transforms. Like some people get really creative in this, so browse around. There's some fun stuff. I gotta get some of my ships uploaded, but I have to sort of redesign them. All right, so we'll go back into the game, and now that's a ship designer. Wow, I talked about a ship designer for an hour. So, yeah, it's fun to play around with. If you're into the design stuff, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. So, but now I want to play. I've not been able to play the game for a week. And before I'll finish up my ship design thing just shown in the workshop. Go to new design, go to cruisers, start new design, go to creative, and this is the design that I download from the workshop. If you download in the workshop, they'll show up in the list here. Into any game. It gets a little funky if you make a design in one game and then you leave it and try to go a game that you're continuing. It doesn't always work, but you can always upload it to the workshop, then download it or something to that effect to import it into, transfer it between games. All right, enough ship designer. All right, so we've already looked at everything here. Now the main thing is I'm trying to finish up where I started with, which is setting up these star bases, getting my colonies set up here, and rearranged. So I've planned out some of the colony builds. I have this world here. Doesn't have anything special. This is my home world. I have it set up for wealth. And I have an influence beacon here, which I'm going to probably move. So you can move your civilization achievements, which in the previous one, I moved it off of a world that I conquered. So now I have 2 capital mainframes on the same world. And let's say I want to go here. Well, if I destroy it on the other world right now, I cannot build it here because it still hasn't been built. But once I finish building that, I can move another coordination beacon over to this world. So it's. I actually hope they never change this. I like doing this. I've always called it kind of my war trophies. For a warmonger, you can stack these up and, to a level. I don't even think it's even that overpowered. It's strong to do, but I hope they don't change it. It's kind of a fun little thing. You get on these like late game and you get these giant worlds all built up. All right. So one thing I want when I try to go a little bit into how to plan these things. I see that my approval is getting a little low, so I want to think about adding more approval districts, and think on what would be the best way of doing it. So this is more of a research world, so I don't necessarily want to cut into my research. So I'll probably destroy one of my manufacturing districts since it's not focused on manufacturing, and the reducing the pollution since it's the Baratech related civilization or civ will help. Now I'm gonna wait till one of these things pop up saying I need to build something else. Now I did check over here. It's like, okay, I have this world and it's taken forever. I want to make sure I get supply ships to Campos. And so let's go here. Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff over here. And I think these I put I think they're your citizens that I got off the world, and I'm transferring them over to a your world, which I think is Iconia. And now you can do a few different things. I prefer not to just execute citizens. Are these who I didn't look. Maybe these aren't your citizens. I think was doing. Yeah, they're your. Okay, so I'll take those, move those off, and then I click here and I see, okay, they're Subtorian citizens. And I can hover over them and see what Taurians, how they're look. So Taurians have minus 15 expectations. So that you can see this one has pretty low expectations. It rolled a 19, but it's a minus 15 for them. I actually didn't know it was this detailed. That's amazing. You got food consumption, you got growth, everything like that. You can see all their stats, all their benefits, everything that they can affect. So the you can kind of that was actually a very well done tooltip. Now I think about it. Sorry, gushing over this. So I can do a few things. You can do multicultural or multiple citizen different types, and some citizens just don't like being like I think yours. They don't like other species being there. I don't know about Taurians, stuff like that. So I think these two Taurians, which were actually heading back over here, I'm gonna drop them back down on this world. Because I don't want everyone just stay in transports until the next war. I want to actually use that. Okay, so Hofmeister. I know that I have... Well, I'm going to click this go to button. I'm going to click colonies. And let's see if I remember the name of that one. It started with C, Campos 2. I can set destination, and I can automatically send that, and it'll head over here and drop off its supplies, which will feed into building this up. Why am I building halls of tradition there? I had to think about this. Why am I doing this? There's literally no reason to build it where I'm building it. It's an influence and tile. Yeah, there's no reason to build that there. That's silly. I do know that my approval is tanked on a lot of these, so let's go. Let's send this to, well, here. We got a lot of stuff to build. Okay, over here. Now, I don't want to sit here and search for every single ship, so I'm going to set rally point, and I'm going to Ergonaut 3. And now I can build a bunch of ships and it will always go to this world. But I see I'm building a colony ship. Let's see. That's the only problem about starting over is I forget some of the stuff I was doing, so we need to do a shipyard idle. Let's look at here. Let's see. I know my colony ships are moving pretty fast, so let's do transport. We'll leave the transport there. Support. That's got a destination. Constructor. I don't need to worry about transport. You're over there. And hello, kitty. Cat. Okay, kitty, get out of my way. I can't see. Okay, I don't have any. Oh, I do have colony ships. Let's sort by name. Let's look for all the colony ships that are constructors, supply ships, routes. I just want to make sure I know which colony ships I have. Oh, it's just this one. Okay, you're going to that world. Just remind myself what ones I've already covered. Okay, here's a supply ship. Let's send it over here. I'm sure that one needs to be built up. Okay, so that supply ship adds to the stored goods. And then that applies to the buildings. And I've covered that in the previous video. Okay, I think I was grouping all these up to kind of reorganize my fleet. That seems like something I would do. Now, I see that the AI said to be a lot of freighters. Freighters are really good. They just give me free money. I actually see people that get annoyed by the freighters. I was like, I know the AI builds a bunch, but or quite a few of them, but it's free money. It's like, why? Why is this a problem? Oh, okay. Let's see. Done. Xeno Entertainment, I got research. Now, I need shields. I really need to spend some time in this warfare tree. So I'm going to do the energy deflection theory. I do want to go to barrier fields probably right away. Okay, so I have this coordination beacon. I don't have anything else to build here. I actually turn on... Oh, it's not there. What do I want to do here? Let's get... So my approval is 50%. Now, approval only matters for your research and your manufacturing districts. You don't really need it for anything else. But since this is a manufacturing district, what that means is I could actually have about double the manufacturing I have right now if I had my approval up. So let's hover over one of citizens and see why they're upset. So they have the plague, which sounds like something I do. I did that event that plagues them. Coerced colonization, 10%. I'm not going to turn that off right now. I'm just seeing if there's any of these red options here. Tax is too high, can't do, not, planet's too crowded, 2%. And this world is polluted, 36, so 36% pollution. So let's back out here. And okay, so I have the recruiting station and I have the atmospheric cleanser. Well, I've already built that. Because I've built this already, that's my only pollution control option. But I don't think I need the recruiting station anymore. So I can, as long as I have, if I go in here, it's hard to see because I have other things on the planetary input, but as long as you have at least one, you can build the orbital. So on here, I have a choice of building a marketplace or the pollution. Now this is a strong market world. So I think I'm going to replace the recruiting station. You don't have to do destroy first. You could just go right into the replacement one. And let's do the replace. Now I've replaced that with the orbital market. And now my base income just went up a little bit here. Now there's some bugs here. Like for instance, the recruiting station actually doesn't do anything. For the most part, you have to have something on this info card to affect to be worth building. And there's just some things that you just it's things that are obvious. But the main thing is minerals, tech, wealth, food, and cultural input are the ones I want here, and hopefully they change that. So I have lots of money problems. I have lots of problems going on right now. Okay, what do we got here? This is Kyvie. What do we look at? We got decent manufacturing. This must be your world that I took over. This looks like a computer-generated world. So I have this, and I have no idea how I want to use this. Right now, I have food here, wealth. Let's go back out here. So we have Kyvie, and then let's go over here. So I have a Jungle World X that has 8 wealth input. I have a... This one's another wealth input, but nothing really special. It's a desert core candidate, but I won't use it as a core. Around here, let's just say I might take these. I do see a lot of food and maybe wealth. Food, I'm doing okay. So let's think about replacing this with more wealth districts. So for wealth, I need... I'm not getting a lot of input right now, but I could probably start building it up. I don't need these as soldiers, though. So right now, I think I need manufacturing to build this up faster, so let's do manufacturing. Okay, that makes it a little faster to build up a colony. And then looking at the tiles here, I can approach this. I could do a couple different things. I could actually destroy improvements I just don't think I'll need, and I get some of the money for it. But I'll probably use that. Planetary mainframe. What do I get? I get 18 credits for destroying that. And I don't even think it's... I mean, overall research, I'm getting 0.2. Like, just because you build up this part here, like if I build these up for research, like they're all research tiles, doesn't mean it's going to be productive for research. In fact, at a glance, when I looked at these, like I hover over this, 2, 2, 3, well, that's not too bad. You know, I usually say don't even bother trying to build up a world for something unless you have, you know, around 10. Now, I just conquered this. I haven't taken everything around. So research is a candidate. I don't need food, and wealth is a candidate. My income is fairly low. So I think I might do this as a research wealth world. So I'm gonna come out of here, and I can remind myself what I wanted to use this for. And W for wealth, R for research. Okay, and then I can plan, sometimes I plan out a whole build. You don't have to do that. I could just plan a few of these. And we'll just do a triangle here. Start with that, and I just want to see. I did place these. I think I might have this layout because the housing district I might keep. That will add a tiny bit of wealth to the trade network, and then it's right over here. And then we'll leave all this. How am I doing pollution? I probably want to reduce my pollution a little bit because I have a approval problem here. So this is, if I can, what else can I do? I have, yeah, probably reduce my, or increase my, let's get rid of that. That's weird. Not sure what that is. Weird box in there. So now that brings my pollution down to 22%. Supply depot I'll leave. I'm not going to worry about the starport. That's just going to cause... What is going on? I don't know if that's a bug in the game or if it's one of my mods. It could literally be either. Crime, well, I don't need to worry about crime. I'm somewhat immune to it. So, because this is cost me maintenance. Planetary mainframe, which I'll leave. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it at that spot, but I don't want to make too many changes right now. Precursor detonates, Durantium processor. Durantium processor is a civilization achievement. I might move that, but not till I have made sure I've built all the ones that I'm building, which looks like I can move. It's safe to move right now. Do I have a Durantium processor here? No. Okay, so I can destroy that right now, or do I want to keep it just for building up this planet? It's really hurting my so this is one of the things I gotta keep in mind. While it's adding 12% manufacturing and 5%, or yeah, another 5, so 17 manufacturing. It's also reducing my approval by 10%, which means some of it's lost. Now, I know that I might lose some manufacturing here, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. And it's 10%. I think I might just destroy it because it's really annoying my citizens. I mean, I only lost like, what was that, 0.3 manufacturing by destroying that processor. So that I think that's that's nothing. So it made my people happier. Now we're at 46% here. Now part of that, it's an average of all your citizens. I have 2 citizens on here that are just probably unreconcilable. So I mean, this one's straight up rebelling. I don't know why they're extra bad, but high expectations. And then this one is kind of annoyed. Now I can do a couple things. I think I have a transport here. It might be worth just transporting the citizen off and leave them in the transport. They also have an okayish resolve. So I think I might do that because their attitude, they're bringing the whole colony down. So I'm going to put them on a transport. And now, did I transport the right person off? Any cool tips for the early game? I covered that in other videos. or the previous, this is fourth, fifth video of the series. I don't want to go through them all right now, but yeah, I do have actually, there's quite a few tips. It's just I don't want to repeat the same type of tips in every single video. Yep. So, but this recording will be on YouTube as well. So, uh, yeah, I just didn't want to repeat the whole thing again. I have, but definitely watch those. All right. Supply depot. Core world capital. Do I want to move this? So it's right over here. It would probably be best to put it somewhere where I can get some wealth, but also enhance something useful. It's actually better if I move that over to this grassland, because then it still buffs this, but well, it's hard to say. It could also be good to leave it here, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Oh, this is I don't know what the underlying tile is. Oh, it looks like it's a plain style. I'm gonna destroy that. Just take a benefit from leveling? No. So, it increased my population cap by 1. And but Sunday, if you're still here, feel free to ask questions on the current game, or just kind of watch. I do a lot of stuff I do cover will apply to the early game too, especially anytime I'm in this planetary management screen. A lot of this stuff is kind of universal. So I have 3 of these. I might build these districts here, and then I have an idle shipyard. So I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna do supply ships. I might just do the base supply ship now, and then send it back to this world. And then I just need to grow the population and get the complainers off world. In fact, I feel like I didn't grab the right person. What's her expectations? 10? I don't know why she's complaining so much, but let's try it one more time. Why are you extra mad? Is there any reason why you're... Yeah, her approval's just completely really low, and I can't figure out why. Because your expectations are 10, yours are... Oh, yours are 8. Is there someone on a ship? I think one of these citizens is on that frigate. So let's move that. Why can't I move both of these? What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, is it because they're rebelling? What's her name? That might be why. Because they're actually rioting. I think that's what's going on there. Because they're rioting, I can't move them. I might be able to do it next turn. I don't actually know the mechanic behind this. I know it's partially if they're really low, so next turn I'll watch for that. Okay, so we're losing a lot, and I think I made the easy changes to my... In fact, I might back this up here real quick. Wealth and influence. The wealth, I think, is going to be... Or, sorry. Yeah, wealth and research. Because I'm doing research, I do want to get approval. If it was just wealth alone, I don't need approval. Well, I kind of want it just for building up plant. Now, I'm not going to use these caverns, and I don't see a better tile for improvements. So I'm gonna get some entertainment districts and try to get these out a little bit faster. I need to get my approval up more, and I really actually just need to get this person off world. Oh wait, I know what I can do. Here's what you can do with complainers. Throw them in jail. Now everyone's happy. There we go. So I imprison her because as long as you don't get rid of all your citizens, it's the average all the citizens are not in prison. And and then I'm oh, I can actually move or take them out of prison at any point. Well, they can sit there for a little bit. They're creating some problems. Okay, so we got that working. I got decent enough production to start doing something with it. And then I will build the trade network. What's the financial district? 75. This is 120. And build this. Okay, so I imprison them. That now everyone's somewhat happy. When they stop rioting, I can take them out of prison. And then here I have an entertainer. And what's their social score? 5. That's good enough. I'll make them no. Let's see. Click here. Okay, no, it's 2. But 9. Oh, that's actually the pretty strong stats for that race. All right, so we can do that. Now, if I didn't want, if you don't want to bother with setting these up, you can click the automate button. You can, so you don't have to send micro all these. Okay, interstellar constructor. This I'm gonna click go to, and I pre-assigned these in a previous video, so I can send it over here, which I feel like someone was actually going there. Where are you going? You're going same spot. See, I screwed up my own plan here. So let's set, let's go in here. Let's get rid of this rally point. Delete. And this one, I'm going to click go to, and I'm going to select here instead. And now I've set that, I'm going to click delete. All right, so I have a colony ship. And I think I'm colonizing up here. So I want to get the manufacturing worlds, especially since this is a little harder here. Let's send the ones with the 2 minerals versus the ones with 1. Although that is 8 wealth. Okay, back to here. It wants me to pick something. I'm going to do recreation. And then I'm out of upgrades. And then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do after that. I do have a virtual world I can do, but I don't have Epimethus pollen. Would I need 3 of those and then 3 hypersilicates? Hypersilicates I got 2, and I have no pollen. And Hollow Theater, no available tiles. It's an approval improvement, and it can also level tourism and population. And that seems like actually something really good to build right now. Oh, it's colony unique. I can build it everywhere. Okay. Let's build that here. I don't have all these memorized anymore. They've changed these things so much. Okay, virtual world, prison, halls of tradition. How am I doing with... I don't have any crime. Okay. Durantine processor, I'm not going to build it. It's just way too much pollution. I already have a problem with it. And then tourism improvement, halls of tradition. I need this. I have the Promethean already. so let's put that right here. And so then I need those 2 resources. Still haven't built a beacon at Babylon, which I want to build over here. If I want to keep this as, I don't know if I'm going to leave this as a influence world. Okay, next. So I have a bunch of ships. This is a pollen. It just needs to keep a star within range, and this affects growth. And I'm trying to grow this world, so I'm going to. There's a new command here. There's standby, which is J, and there's a sentry command. The difference is with sentry, it will reactivate if an enemy ship comes within sensor range. And then standby, it says it's just going to ignore anything, or you know, that comes by. And this was really important because Frog Boy actually was sitting here. It's like, I cannot. Why is this sentry not working? It's like you have something in range, and it was reactivate. Like he has a ton of probes in his game, and every time an AI would come through and wake up all of his probes, and he couldn't do anything. So he finally added the standby option. So I'm going to put that on standby because it's just going to sit here and buff. That's improving the influence. So what's it took a little while, and I was discussing some of it, but my approval went from 30% to 64%. And now this is going to build a little bit faster, and then I can get some supply ships and get this built up and get caught up here. Now I got a lot of worlds here. So, and then I have you. I'm going to keep you in space, and once I build, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this person. Ideally, I actually send them to a world that's building a colony ship. In fact, I will send you here. AI might get annoyed that I'm sending a transport to near their worlds. I don't remember if they care that much about it. Okay. And then I saw that I had an order to move the 2 Taurians over to here. So another way of speeding up your world is actually get more citizens on there. Okay, so I have 2 citizens here on this colony here. And I'm looking for someone. I believe this is going to go to someone with high expectations. What's your high expectations? You're probably dragging the colony down more than you're helping. Let's get rid of you. Okay, come over here. Why? Okay, I'm gonna click the monthly news report. I'm gonna click always show, and then I can always see when things are built. Okay, so I have this here, and I can go to Lancelot, or I can go Lisma. Let's go Lancelot. All right, so we have the approvals getting a little bit better here, and I need approval because this is a manufacturing and a research world, mostly research. So I do have a upgrade, so this will increase these 3 districts up by 1 level, and each one is 2%. So by building this upgrade, I will add 6% approval. So I'm going to do the upgrade first, and then after the upgrade, now let's say +1. If I put it over here, let's see, I think I'll leave that for now. And then pollution isn't too bad even with the starport. So I think we're good there. But what I can do is I can do the supply depot, and I'll lose a tiny bit of manufacturing, not too much, but I can put a supply depot here, and the supply depot increases all this stuff, but also adds more approval. So we'll put that first. And Virtual World Trade Network, Governor's Manor. Governor's Manor isn't, it'd be fine, but it's going to add another 10 to loyalty, and my loyalty's at 96, so I don't need to worry about that. Crime's kind of a problem right now. So it adds to military, and that's a civilization treatment. That's a little different. I need the surveillance center. Population and military. Population centers down here. Oh wait, I don't need to worry. Oh, I've actually was going to cover this a long time ago. I don't need to worry about crime here. This stat is not as scary because crime only really affects wealth and approval. So they are getting slightly annoyed by crime, but not enough to worry about trying to bring this down too much. I mean, it's 5%. I can make it up. I'm at 80%. I don't need to worry about crime. Now, if it's a wealth world, crime is much more important because it cuts down from the wealth. So it has a effect on approval, but it's not as critical here. All right, so we have some soldiers that just came back. Now everyone's just annoyed with everyone. Now they prefer an oceanic planet. I don't have one. And high expectations, unprotected. Okay, so we need a. I can deal with the unprotected part. So this will give everyone a. We'll station one of these trunk ships. Now we've dealt with the unprotected part. So that's a 5% bonus here. Why? Oh, because I put Taurians on here. And then, actually, why are they here? Your intelligence is 16, yours is 13. 6 diligence and 4 diligence. I mean, the research will probably help. Are you dragging the colony down? Is the problem. Let's do, before I worry about that. Okay, so we have no social there. I'm gonna make you an entertainer. That gives everyone a 1% per social point approval. So pretty much increases approval by whatever your social score is. And now I'm at 53%. So I think this will be around 57, 58, just through rounding. And let's see, your entertainer abilities, nothing. Now, if you stop writing, I can take you out of prison and make you an entertainer. What's your? Well, you're at 52%. Okay, I'm gonna try to take you out of prison. I'm gonna wait a turn, and hopefully you're chill. And let's see, we got. I just want to make sure I keep an eye on my food. Wouldn't actually mind putting them as a scientist. Yeah, that increased that by a fair amount. Okay, so we have a new constructor, and this one, well, this one's actually at its destination here. So I have a mining colony here. Now I can move this around slightly to not necessarily, let's see how much, oh, I have lots of room to move this around. So let's put it right here. So when I build this, it automatically claims these asteroids. And then it's still within range of the Durantium. And there's nothing else I can scoop up in its influence range. So I will build that right there, build mining, and we'll do mining drones. I'm not going to worry about the tech pod mining unit. Well, how am I doing on tech pods? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. And then I really need to start labeling these things and say Durantium mining station. And that way, because I can look, oh, that's hard to see. I can look here, but I don't know. I have to hover over these and see what they are now. But if I name these things, once I update the screen or click on it, it will eventually change. It's kind of odd like that. Here we got another, and it's Durantium mining station. So we have the, by marking it now. Can I get it to work? Maybe I have to go into a screen. I don't know. It will update. I don't know why it's not doing it right now. And then we have an antimatter one. And, ooh, that was a really good one. Durantium mining station ×3. Let's just real quick peek in here. Nothing I can add to that. Okay, so then if I needed a resource, I want to boost it up, I can really quickly see. So I've already built tech pod hives there. This is a economic world. It could build a cultural exchange. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is a culture starbase, and it doesn't have a culture exchange, so let's build that. Economic one. I can build some orbital replicators. What's around? This one definitely benefits from the Starbase Laboratory. That's my research capital. And doesn't hurt. This also has decent manufacturing. Plus, this doesn't cost pollution. So I will build that there. And then the cultural exchange boosts the culture growth. Even though it's a economic starbase, it boosts the colony's culture a little bit. And so it helps push back the AI influence. It helps counter all this here. So even though it's a economic starbase, it might help, maybe claim this world, for instance. Let's see what else. How am I doing modules? I think I got 19. I got lots of them. I have lots of Durantium, so might as well use these. Perimeter scanners increase the influence growth for the starbase and the sensor power around it. And these are actually pretty good to do. Plus, it didn't cost me anything. I'm building these everywhere. I didn't know those didn't have a money cost. Yeah, I'm building these all over the place. What's this? Starlight. Yeah, Orbital Laboratory. Might as well get the free. Build those up. Starbase Defense System just costs modules. Why did I think these cost credits? Maybe it did before. How am I doing? I'm just spending modules without paying attention to what I'm doing. because perimeter scanners are always nice. Now, it's probably not that big deal, but next game I play, I'm actually turning off that I can see within the influence ranges. But, I'm not going to worry about the defense system right now, but I will grab perimeter scanners. Now, I'm going to hold off on the Durantium 2 increase on these. Just because there might be a better one. What's this? Economic Starbase. This is around my capital. I don't think I need the cultural exchange, but I will take the other boosts. And then I've used up all the Promethean. And Primer... Oh, one thing, I'm building like stuff right next to each other with Primer Scarce, but whatever. I got the stuff to burn. Okay, and finally, I think we're good there. I might as well. How many tech pod hives? I think I could probably boost this up on both of these. And I'm out of something, probably the modules. Okay, so I've used all that. You know, I have some more vision on all the territory. And let's see, Celestoria. I do need you building. We'll have you build these wing ships now. My manufacturing is quite a bit lower. Let's do the resource ones. Because I think I have a... if I go back out of here and you have nothing in the queue, I want them to put it like somewhere else so I see stored goods. I have 517 stored goods. So it says 5 turns to build, but I have, I could build about 2 of them with just my stored goods in the build queue. And then we'll just get like maybe 3 or 4 of these. Use up some of that spare. Alright, let's go rally points. We got this Durantium. Now that looks pretty claimed. Is that claimed? Let's click on this. It says there's no starbase around it, so I don't think it's claimed. So let's come here and... because if there was a starbase, it would say that there's a starbase that's claimed it. So let's go like here. Try that. And destroy that. Okay, and then go to... and we have that rally point. We have monsters over here. Let's just not worry about that. I think... okay, so I've covered all the resources. And then something was here. So let's send that over there. So as far as starbases to claim the yours locations, I think I'm all covered on that stuff now. So I don't need any more constructors. Okay, Iconia is kind of a research world. And I could probably have it just... I do need military ships. So I will have it just build these fighters. And I'll say on repeat, so I don't have to worry about it.
Food grown on the planet has a distinct taste.
Okay.
The locals don't notice anything unusual, but visitors from other worlds...
okay, so this is a class 19 world, but I'm not going to use this for a core, at least not initially. So when you're getting an event that's about a planet, usually what that does is whatever you select here usually affects the planet itself. So for that planet, I could do 20% manufacturing. And if I was going to make this a core, that would probably be a good pick. But I'm not going to do that. And Kaivi is related to the other one that I'm going to do wealth and research, I think. So we have farming. I'm not going to worry about that, but I have this wealth bonus. It's going to cost me 2% farming. It doesn't have any. I don't remember if the negatives will apply. But, you know, now instead of doing 1 wealth, I'll do 2. And I will cancel that for now. And if I come over here, okay, so the -2 farming is probably affecting its related core. No, it has really no effect. So now it's 2 wealth instead of 1. Let's see. Okay, so this is one of my more built-up cores. Now I have terrible approval here. So this is the one that was fighting or trying to take over some of the stuff. Now, I think the first thing, I have so many citizens here. I might look to see if there's one that has a decent social score. We'll do the entertainer here. They're all entertainer. You can be an entertainer. Like your first, when you're building up your plants, and this sometimes seems counterproductive, approval is like the #1 resource or the thing to boost up. Because if you hover over it, see this it says 50% approval. That means all these manufacturing districts, I add that up, I get the whole total, this 50.43, and then I take like half of it off. So approval is probably, if you're doing manufacturing or research on a world, you want to focus on approval. All right, so we've built up. I don't want to put these guys on approval because they're just not good entertainers. 2% is just not worth it. But everyone else can be. And then I want to think about how I get more approval. So this resource adds approval and tourism. So I can build that there. And then there's a tile I can terraform. I think I'm pretty good with other tiles here. Although this is a diamond. I think the diamond might take a little bit priority. And then, well, then you also have the Core World Capital. I could put a clinic here. Let's build that. We'll put a clinic there. And what else I can do? Well, my pollution, I think 20% is fine. I think I'll build a couple more entertainment districts. And I'll kind of adjust from there. Hofmeister. Okay, so I don't need to build any... I think I'm still building this up, but I do want more ships. I think I might do a wing. Now, when you look at the turns, just because this doesn't have the most resources doesn't mean that it should build these other ones, because it still contributes. This is a wash. If you start adding up numbers, there's a lot of people that came from GalCiv 3. They're just really annoyed that you can't sponsor shipyards, and you really don't need to worry to do that. Even in GalCiv 3, it was not necessarily the best plan to have multiple colonies sponsoring shipyards because of how decay worked. It was actually better to build shipyards at every colony for maximum efficiency. It's more micro, but it was more efficiency. Like, because there's no, like down here, there's nothing being lost. So it's actually better, especially once you get to like 1. Like I could build these, but then I'm building up resources. And I treat it like taxes. You know, at the end of the day, I either want to owe something in taxes or spend very little. That's how I do my taxes. So I treat it the same thing in my head. It's like, you know, I don't necessarily want, like, stockpiled resources are just not doing you any good. I don't think I'm going to do a 9, though. I'm going to probably build a some of these sprouts, although I'm going to wait till... I might build one of these, and the next turn I might redesign some more ships. Okay, so we have same thing. I think same thing applies. Because I need military like crazy. Supply ship, I think, yeah, we're still... And then we have a wing ship, and I'm going to click go to and send it to my fleet up location. Now, eventually I will reorganize all my fleets. I also see that all my trade deals are ready. So let's see here. Let's just get an idea. How much wealth? I have 29 income to work with. And then looking here, we have the Manti. They're probably annoying the navigators. And then are they invading? Who's this? Oh, that's the liberators. Okay. So they might be annoying the navigators. So let's do a trade proposal. And I can't make treaties to ask them and declare war on them. Now they like the Manti. They trust the Manti. They love the Manti. Everyone likes him. I need someone that hates him. Okay, no one hates them. No, they're not going to do it because they're too powerful. That's right, they're the strongest one. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get someone else to declare war on them. I want to try to take them down a peg, but I don't have anyone that can do it. Oh, that's disappointing. Looks like I got to do it. Alright, so let's look for... Does anyone have pollen? You have pollen. Let's see if anyone has extra pollen. You have hypersilicates. You have 3 of them. Let's see. Driver credits per month. Just seeing the 2 hypersilicates. 13 times 50. Get my calculator out. 650 for 2. That seems a little high. Let's just do 1. And credits per month. 8. That's 400 credits. If my math is working today. Yep. That's not a good deal either. Wait, go back out here. What's on the bazaar? Oh, hypersilicates are on the bazaar. So this gives me a ballpark. I can say, okay, I can buy a hypersilicate for 90. I can sell it for 45. I'm going to try selling them since I know the price and see if I can get extra money out of it. So let's sell you a hypersilicate and you'll give me 80. Now I know I can, it's going to cost me 90, so you're not going to give me a good deal with that. Hypersilicates over here. Ah, there we go. That's what I was hoping. So you could do some showing this RV, you could do arbitrage. I could buy this for 90 and then sell for 310. You know, buy low, sell high. I think a lot of people don't realize this is in there. So we got that, and we'll accept. Okay, now I can buy more hypersilicates, and I can actually use the money I got from that one to buy more down here. Let's go. And I don't do too many trades at once. It lowers their value overall. Okay, you're not. You're a terrible tradesman. They don't want anything. They never give me anything. Have I tried doing an offer to you? No, you don't care. Maybe you were just... Nope, you don't care about... Oh, because you have 3 of them, that's why. How much will you do for those? Okay. Well, that's okay. By selling the 1, I was able to buy the 3. And let's go in here. What else can we do? We can do harmony crystals. You have those. What else is on sale? I gotta write these down. Xanthium deposits. I don't have any of those. I have a lot of Durantium. Alright, Mesantium, you don't want to do this. You're not going to do Harmony Crystals. I kind of want your Harmony Crystals. Lyrium, you don't have any of that. Can I get a Harmony Crystal for it? Most of it. I think that's actually a decent deal. Let's get, I don't think it's that good of a deal. I think that might be all I do. I don't want to have this entire series be me trading with all these guys. I'll save it for later if I need some other resources. I do want to check... oh, I gotta check these. Why are you all expensive? Let's see, you're... I don't know what's causing you to be quite so expensive right now. Because none of you... charismatic might be enough, and grammar enforcer... Oh. I might hire you just to execute you. Sorry. Embezzler. These are useful. Kind of want the embezzler, but I need a little bit more cash flow. So let's go this Durantium. Oh, these are worth a lot right now. Okay. I don't need this much. I probably only... what's my income? I have... you get 6 Durantium a turn. I'm really bringing this way down. That helped my money situation quite a bit. Let's see. Now I actually got quite a bit to do. Oh. Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to do. I was going to buy these leaders. I completely spaced out. Okay, I'm buying you. And Time Traveler, Grammar Enforcer, Space Explorer. As funny as it would be, I'm not buying them just to execute them, although tempting. Frostbite Toast, Infamous. These are like just all around terrible. Let's see. Deceased Friend, Train Chef. I think I'll buy this one. Or higher, I guess is the term. Oh, I didn't realize I unlocked these. Okay, we gotta come back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the embezzler is the most important one. They can steal money for my... Now, you are... Investigator. Can occasionally steal text. I don't think you're actually doing that right. Let's grab it from, put you over there and send the embezzler there. And I think the rest of them are going to come up to here. Okay, so Minister of Culture increases influence based on the social score. Minister of Finance reduces maintenance based on intelligence. How am I doing on maintenance? Yeah, it's probably, let's see, 128, or let's see, 54, 6, 13. So, because I wanted to see the effect of this. Minister of Finance is an intelligence stat, okay. Minister of Health increases growth. This is probably important because I'm trying to regrow my colonies. This is a diligence stat. I think this is going to be my priority one. And Finance Minister can be either of these. Let's find what we're going to, and they're both social ones. Who's got the... So it doesn't really matter. I can put one on each one. Let's do Finance Minister, Culture. Oh, I should probably look at the ones that I've already assigned and see if there's a better one. Tech. Alright, I'll throw it like so. I'm not sure if it's optimal, but you want to fill these in. They're always super strong. Okay, so we got this. We're going to send you to Fleet Up. And okay, colonize a couple worlds here. Let's see. I have a colony ship just sitting here. Let's send you one of these two, 17 and 17. We send you. And I have something else. What's this? Invader on the shipyard. I'll probably leave that there. I didn't even know they were in the map. Zendar is one of it's their spawn through an event. So it looks like they were they showed up, thought they were gonna raise some trouble, and someone took them out. Okay, interstellar colony ship. Probably send. Okay, energy deflection theory. Now I can do some actual decently designed ships. Let's do these zeros, by the way, they'll go away if I go out and go back in. They're aware of this. Let's see, flexible bulkheads. I need lots of stuff. Let's go down to pulse cannons. Oh, draft wiped them out. Okay. Okay, I have a survey event. Festron survivors. We'll see how I handle those. Okay, now that we got a shields, we can think about actual design. So we have these wing ships that I was making a few of these. This is what, the resource one? Let's do an advanced shield generator. So, and so I backed off one and then I added another save, and 1, 2. Okay, and then we'll modify you, start new design, and I'll do just regular shield generator. Let's see, temporary hide design. If you hide the design, if you play the same faction, you get to keep all your ships. I don't know why I didn't. Alright, sprouts. Okay, so they have the Avenger missile already. Now I can add some defenses. Frigates are... I usually add some shields to them. It makes them a lot more durable. And then maybe a hull plating. So I would say for them, prioritize shields first. And then if you have the mass, add a hull plating. Sprout Mark II. And this is 2 missiles. And 1 of each. And then I will hide that design. I don't need this design anymore. Recon, I'll probably just leave you a root. Is this another frigate? Yeah, it is a frigate. Why you got 2 of the same names? Probably hide you, and then siege ships. Fighters. Now fighters actually, I could go to kinetic weapons. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Let's put another railgun on you. Otherwise, you could put a shield on them. And here, let's see, Sprout. I think that's another frigate design. That's the one they made just a little bit ago. So we got a fighter, we got a frigate, we got a... I don't think I need that one anymore. And then I think I got rid of a design I was going to use. I don't need that one. I don't need this one. I actually think I might keep this one, even though I got rid of the one that I was going to use. Just because these other ones move a little faster here. Okay, and I think that's all I'm going to mess with the designs. I just keep a simple list here of designs. Okay, now I'm going to actually work on getting some actual fleets here. So we got this. I might build... let's do 4 siege ships and then a wing ship. And I'll just kind of do this pattern, do 4, 2, and then 1. And this is a like pyramid design or setup here. And just kind of park these things. They don't need to necessarily move. This is going to head over here, and I'll add star bases to enhance this area. And I'll sentry that, sentry that.
A ship lies hidden within the debris. It
Vestron
sits in silence except for a
survivors.
minor pulse fueling its stasis. our exploration team stumbles upon
Free
ancient
colony
ruins
ship with a Festron colonist.
alive and in suspended animation, waiting for someone to wake them up. It appears they identify themselves as the Festron.
Feed them a few crew members, but I annoy everyone by 10%. No, I'll just take the colony ship. I know some people are like, burn them! Okay, so I probably have sent some colony ships over here. So we have probably do Solus. How are we doing over here? Got some stuff built up. And Hofmeister is, I'm gonna do 4 siege ships, 2 sprouts, 2 and 1 wing. And then when that queue pops, then I will set up a whole other fleet and then wake this one up. I don't have a escort. I should actually put that over here. That will just do a slight approval bonus. Solar wind. What do you do again? Minus decay. You can probably go a little bit closer here. And then I'll hit the J key to. That ship will just stay there. I have a spore. Okay, so because I worked on my relationship, they're giving me gifts. So if the AI is asking for 7 credits, that's because they don't like you as much as they do now. Now they just want to give me money. Maybe I'll try to get a series where I get through more turns. Survey started. Pirates killed. Oh, that's just a garbage event. Okay, see this because I put this as an embezzler. They took 10 credits. Not much, but they add up, and might as well. Okay, so we can build a hollow theater over here. Increases approval. Hollow theater. Yeah, let's build one of those. So they're all +2s. Okay. Tourism and population. No, it doesn't really matter where I put it. Let's put it down here. Okay, and this is a starbase. And I don't have any ones over here, so I think one I start with is the economic one. Or do I want to push influence? Oh, and I have lots of money. I can buy a lot of those modules. I'm going to start with the influence one. Now, I don't have any spare modules right now, but I have the orbitals I can do. And I have lots of credits to spend on orbitals. But before I do them on orbitals, I'm going to recruit. And you don't have anything special, but you have a decent diligence stat. And some other ones. So let's look at our ministers first. And I can replace you with the Minister of Health for a slight bonus. The other ones, your social score is too low. Well, not so. Let's swap you two. ever so slight bonus. Do you have any other? You have your investigator, so let's make you a diplomat. And who likes us the most? Probably the Onyx. And she has a decent social score. I don't know how much that has effect on this. Veritech base value. Is there any... I don't know if there's any benefit for going... Your diplomats... Oh, I've... Skill and diplomacy... Oh, okay, so there's a bonus. I don't know the scale, how it goes up. I haven't really paid attention to that, so... Go here... Okay, this is one of my research worlds. I think I might have them still build 2 more constructors. And then I'll resign this. This is series. Oh, Europe probably needs more supply ships. Yeah, a lot more. In fact, I probably could build 5.
A wave of enthusiasm in our space program has inspired numerous new candidates to apply for essential roles. We ought to capitalize on this circumstance for as
I
long
wish
as
I
it persists.
selected this first, because then I got a discount on the one. But I am out of leaders. But I did, if I recall correctly, I did... okay, I'm going to wait 1 turn, and then... Oh, I have a Galactic Festival. So if I click this, this increases my tourism. This is my income, 39.07. Now I'm making 100 for like 10 turns. Okay, let's send you up here. Let me send you off-world just so you're... Even though I'm going right to this, just so I don't confuse that with me thinking I left a colony ship on the shipyard. Now, if I was at war, I'll put defenders, but I'm not, so... That's a rally point for Theta. Theta, Iota, shipyard. Theta, Iota, Flower. And now I'll just keep sending the supply ships. I don't have to interact with it. I think I'm all done. Oh no, this is the one that I'm building up. Okay, so this supply ship can come over here. Our freighters have been damaged in an ion storm. We've been stranded deep space near your territory. We'd like some assistance. Now these guys, there's really no point to really work on your relations with them. So I might as well take their cargo. Okay, so this is one where you can join them on... so we gain 25 research units, however they gain much more. Oh, or I can have a cute case of barfingers. And I just get the benefit. This is kind of a prisoner's dilemma type situation a little bit. Not absolutely... well, not really. Although that might be enough to help. The Onyx have been... Is this the Onyx or is this their rebels? Oh, this is Liberators. I don't really care about the Liberators. They really like me, so I can take the 3 relations hit. But they're not that strong, so I might as well... Well, I guess it could go either way. So it's either a collectivism perk or an individualism perk. What would my faction How would they be? They'd probably be more collectivist. And then that completed this research. And now we will do, let's see, looking here, we have directed energy weapons, we have extreme colonization, and we have hyperdrive optimization. Let's do, we can do the directed energy weapons, or we can do filter of the forge. You know what I need to do? I need to start doing the special things. I think it's cultural influence. What's this require? Yeah, cultural influence. I'll complete that, then I can start doing galactic challenges. Because those are really powerful. Okay, so monsters came by and they found a constructor of mine. So that's unfortunate. Oh, it's that one way deep space. Okay, now they got one more monster. Okay, so I annexed one of the colonies from the Manti. And that was over here. Where was it? Solus Campos. Why don't I find... Oh, right here. Okay, yeah, Manti, I think it's this one right here. Because my influence overtook him. I should be close to... How am I doing on this? This has been in rebellion forever, but I don't really have that much influence over them, but it's 41%. How are you doing? 53%. Okay. I do have no way nearby, do I? Let's get a small fleet over there. And just kind of patrol. Oh, I got to click on... Okay, that actually is a little odd that it works that way. Let's kind of come over here and just have you park there. So yeah, because I didn't escort that colony ship. Okay, so I can't agree to festival for reasons I don't know. Oh, I don't have enough control. Solus, okay. Okay, so once I got there, they built that starbase. Someone stole it from them. The Inturi. Derelict mining drone. Okay, that one's done. Okay, so we built a culture starbase. Let's do an economic one now. Oh, that's a mining one. Can't build that there. One more top. There we go. Economic starbase. It's funny, I think I sent this guy just to escort that. You did not do you had one job and you failed. Actually, I think you're scouting.
Our flagship comes across a deserted mining drone adrift.
Derelict mining drone, Helios ore or a Durantium. I definitely do not need Durantium. Okay, so we have a relic. It looks like it's unclaimed. Whatever else is down here. Oh, jeez. Okay, something else got exploded. Okay, so we have the precursor souvenir shop. Couple more. We have band descent. Increases crime, increases maintenance, increases approval. That seems mostly terrible. Let's finish serrated munitions here. Another one destroyed. This one was... Oh, man. I wanted that. Okay. Well, that's what I get for not sending an escort. Part of me is looking at this as like, I could destroy all this stuff in short order. Okay, so it hasn't been claimed. I'm sort of scouting, and then also what did they grab over here? Doesn't look like anything special over there, so I might just grab the relic. And between the two, I'd probably take communication starbase. Because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay, this is... I think I'm done with the other things, so... let's get rid of you. That must be something I didn't notice I got from a quest. Okay, let's send you there. No, don't declare war on them. Leaders, I have you and you. Okay, and then come over here. Let's invite leaders. Let's get all the leaders here. There's a reason why I'm trying to get as many as possible. Okay, so I could probably put someone who has... I have a 9 intelligence one here, so let's put a... one of these... or sorry, I have a 9 that I can replace that one with. And then out of these, I have a 9 and a 9 for social. And then out of my diligence ones, they're both 12. And then out of my... I have a 6. There's a 7 right here. And finance minister, I have an intelligence of 8. There's 9 there. Maybe I'm going to use him for that. Or her. Yeah, let's move that here. Alright, back to this 6. 6 is the best. Governors, I think I'm good on governors. Do I want any more of these? You have pretty good social... Well, here, what's my factions first? Okay, I need social and lowish maintenance. Or resolve, I mean. You're going to be a diplomat. Probably here. Then go with factions. You have, let's see, you both have bad social scores. So, like on here, you have tourism. Your social applies to the tourism percentage, and that's pretty strong here. Natural League. Food based on diligence. Growth based on intelligence. Endless Emporium. Actually, wouldn't be a bad plan. Let's see. It looks like I think this is. So this combines to a 15% discount over here. If it's working. I don't know if it's working. Alright, Snugglers are pretty good to buy. They're I'm buying them for 172, okay. And then Harmony Crystals I'm buying a fair amount of those. And then I'm gonna leave some of that income for the other things I need to get. So 172 for a Snuggler colony. How much do you love me? Not that much. I don't think you'd give me enough anyways. Well, let's see. Snuggler colony. You have a fair amount of income. You already have a Snuggler colony though. Second one. I want to get a little bit more for this, but does not look like that's going to be the case. Let's do a Snuggler colony, and you can give me credits per turn. Yeah, there we go. That's about 400 credits. I want to sell a few more of those because I just want to get my income going, and then I might start buying orbitals. I think I already looked at you and you don't want to give me anything. Credits per month. 3 credits, 4 credits, 4 times 50, that's 200, and that's still a profit. And that leaves one Snuggler colony for myself. Traditionalism's up, and I think I get Legacy. Monuments, wonders, cultural outputs are enhanced. History is preserved meticulously. Provides 50 prestige points and unlocks glorious legacy. I don't know what that does. So I can go to my tech navigator, and now I can type in glorious legacy. And that does not seem to be available. Is that because it seems like it'd be maybe in the colonization tree? I'll have to look for it later. I don't see it. Alright, probably do 15 more minutes and then I'll probably wrap up because that's already a 3-hour video. Oh, and I need to go. So I might set this up. This whole video is just, which I said before, was going to be mostly around rebuilding, optimizing some of the stuff. And I think I got a good start on it. And then I might start after this, try and figure out how to handle some of the Mantis power base. So here I have wealth. Let's go to upgrades. And they have farming, which I do not need farming. And then research. And now I was going to use this one for research. So let's do this and the probably a atmospheric cleanser. which will increase my approval. Oh, I have no pollution anymore. I think I overdid it. Well, that means I can pollute it more. Let's do that. Let's go my research world, make sure all these things that are linked have the research labs. Oh, it's gonna pop up every time, isn't like because each one of these is adding to the input. So now I got 19. So you can be and you can add this. Oh, that's right. That's at the William World. Okay, so I got all my research kind of covered here. So then the next thing I can do my cultural input, which has pretty good. It's still get a decent effect with that star base nearby, and it helps push over here. And this is kind of a border world, so let's put planetary beacons. Each one uses 100. Well, I can do one right now. I'm at 41 Duranium already. There is a lower limit on those things, so at some point the market just crumbles. Planetary beacon. I'll do beacons right now to push the influence out. Upgrades, research lab, recurring station. I don't think I need that anymore. Let's switch it with the planetary beacon. And this one is one I keep clicking on. So now, so we're at 1062. What are these worlds outputting? 18. So I'm basically going to start gaining on this. Probably could see culture starbase. Can build a cultural forum there. So I need modules. Let's see if anyone has any. You don't have any. You have lots. How much for 5? What's my income? Very good. How much can I get for 20 credits per turn? Let's probably do it before you make that leap. 7. Harmony crystal. 1, 2. Just give a little bit of credits. 20 credits a month. 1,000 credits total. I think that's actually worth it because modules are expensive. If not, I'm too tired to care about the total here. Ugh. Okay, cultural forum. And come up here. pump up all these. Economic starbase. Oh, I meant to. Well, oh well. Okay, let's see. Go here. Oh, did I not? Yeah, I just gotta make sure I can afford the Xenoarchaeology lab, otherwise that's just a waste of time. I come up here. I don't want to leave that heading it near a monster without paying attention. Get rid of that. Ship upgrades available. I'm not worried about that yet. Independence. Let's see. Probably just leave that. Well, how about I do it for upgrades? Oh, I'm starting on. Sorry. This one was the offensive one. Okay, maybe I will do this. This is a flagship, which are cruisers. Probably antimatter. Okay, I need more modules. Alright, this has 5 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 moves. Let's just kind of come around here. Go up this way. Phoenix missile systems are pretty good. And there's still a trade. Gives me another tourism type district. But I kind of still need to keep doing weapons. Okay, so they want me to trade. No, this is not a good deal. 3 hypersilicates, 1 thulium, and some credits versus a resource I have no need for. So, reject. They gotta glare at me, you 12-eyed. Alright, Celeste, let's see, Seed. Okay, so I have a little fleet going here. But they're not full up yet. Okay, so I'm over here. I do think getting into range here. I'll probably build the economic starbase first. And communication starbase. And this is going to be the military starbase. Now my influence is starting to pick up. Okay, so I took another annex the planet Endulo or something. And then reach out to you with a request for aid, struggle against the Onyx Hive. They're giving us 156 credits for compensation, so we can declare war on the Onyx, who are one of our allies. Sorry, I can't take this burden on right now. I've received a request. I don't... Okay, so influence, now I'm second place for it. I'm getting quite a bit, and then I took something. Okay, so I'll look for it later. Campos is having some trouble pushing back with its influence. Next turn it's going to have a colony ship for this world. But let's do the planetary beacon. And it's probably too early for a market. Let's do a space elevator, and then I still have some money, so let's do a market at that point. Okay, so I have another world that's basically done with its research. I can do the directed processor here, but my pollution's pretty high. Let's see. Oh, I have soldiers here. You're not doing anything worthwhile as a soldier. Another scientist, and really should try to get to 96% approval. I should have actually looked at these before I signed those. Let's do entertainer for you. Entertainer. Yeah, you really aren't doing anyone any favors being a scientist. Double clicked it. That was a waste. Your intelligence is 5. Your intelligence is 5. Yep, think I'm good there. Alright. I think next stream might fix that picture. Oh, looks like I got entrepreneur. And it's actually has decent stats. Okay, so I could probably do a little bit more optimizing here. So we got... kind of our influence going on here. In fact, I think I now realize that's you that just rebelled. So I took this, and then you have to be pretty close. So I'm about to flip one of their core worlds to my side. So, if I'm winning that, let's keep on winning. Do I need this to be, well, agriculture? No, not really. I don't know what else I'd do with it, though. Let's see, colonial clean. Oh, okay, that's what I was doing here. Oh, this was terraformed, and it picked the best trait for it to terraform. And let's, after that, let's do the upgrade. And then before that, let's do influence.
Your governor, a trusted associate of yours, has a peculiar habit of consistently tossing an extraterrestrial coin during decision-making procedures. Lately, this coin has drawn the interest of a formidable interstellar collector, who insists that this coin is a precious relic from an ancient civilization and insists on its return. Your governor is hesitant to surrender.
So this is kind of one of the cool things. Sorry, but that was the thing earlier.
However, the collector is proposing a significant...
So this is one of those cool events you get because they added all these traits. So she is an alien coin flipper, which creates the alien coin event. There's a possibility that can pop up. So I can return the coin, So you choose a return coin collector. While this decision grants your civilization a significant reward, she kind of suffers without her lucky coin, so she loses 3 of her diligence by doing that for 200 treasury. That's kind of bad. Otherwise, grateful retains her coin, maintains her stat, and however collectors. So this is a two-part thing. You got an event based on one of their traits, and then you also have a potential penalty, something that consequences in the future. So we might see another event where this collector does something. And there's so many events now. I haven't seen half of them anymore. Exile Mars, believe he's a black mark trader. However, around improvement. And he's well liked by our citizens. Okay, so we have 3 relations with a Manti, and for nihilism, we can make sure. Oh, okay, so they want us to basically create an accident. And then we can get some credits for that. I'm a sucker for money, especially in this game. And how I use the money they gave me is I boost the worlds near them to help flip their worlds. Because that's the only thing you do with the money. You give yourself an advantage. So I think, do I want to do... Yeah, after I build this financial district, I probably will do some influence stuff. This is just one of these worlds that has just so many things useful. I'll have to think about that. I think I might build a couple more beacons here. Let's do a beacon and a research lab. And we'll do beacon as a priority. Click on this world, says what's linked to it. It's these two, I've assigned all those. Let's do... I have a spore here, and I probably could make this stronger. So let's, instead of the supply ship, let's get 2 colony ships. Alright. Still don't have... Let's see, we have Virtual World, Galactic Achievement. I think I'm pretty much optimized here. I don't think I'm going to build a Durante processor, so I'm going to just build modules. Where do I want credits? No, I think I still need some modules. Okay, so I have a big fleet of aliens coming at me, but I can get this antimatter, so I'm gonna take that, and I need... Okay, unfortunately I left my... Oh, turn must cycled. Alright, Campos, let's probably send the higher... Alright, so the Luxor Dominion just declared war on the Terrans, which I believe they're down here. So I have a couple choices. I can actually join the war. I can offer to declare war on one of these sides and then get some more income out of it, which might not be a terrible plan. Let's look at the military power. We have Terrans, we have Echo Star. And we have, what's Luxar? Alright, so Luxar is the stronger of the two. And the Terrans, so it looks like they're picking on the Terrans. Now, so I have a couple strategies. I can attack the Luxar, and see if basically I'll probably see who's going to pay me more, and attack the other one. So let's go in here. Well, I can't do a trade proposal because I've already done those. Let's do the Terrans. Hey, if I declare war on the Luxar, you're going to give me a good amount of credits. You do have a pollen. I kind of need those. Tech pod hives. I could use a couple of your modules. Although I'm building quite a few. Maybe not. How about you help me with some of that antimatter? Let's go 30 antimatter. That seems like a decent amount. And then just some credits. Oh, might as well persuade. Okay, so I declare war on the Luxar, get some pollen, antimatter, credits, and click accept. Okay. So that, I think, will be where I start the next video. So now I declared war on the Luxar, who are stronger than me, but that's fine. I'll start that war, and I don't necessarily need to defeat the Luxar. I don't even have to even go here and do anything. Now they're going to attack me, of course, but I can take advantage of the situation and destroy some of their star bases and do some other things. I also see a minor race I did not know about. So I think that'll be where I stop here. The Luxar, I don't know everything here. I should have actually traded them for exploration treaty so they could tell me what they see and scout out the area. But I do know I have a distant vision, and that uncovers a lot of territory. So it's probably good to get an idea. So we have geode up here, and Terrans are down here, and I don't necessarily need to know the Terrans area. So let's click that. Okay, so we found the Drath, and then we found the Luxar. Now, noticing that the Drath are there, oh, I can't trade with them. Maybe a little bit I can actually trade to the, or have the Drath join this fight. So I think what I'll probably do is send a fleet of ships, help the Terrans out, see how much damage I do, but I'm not going to overly invest in this fight. I might just kind of mess with them, go mess up some of their star bases, kind of harass them, and then do enough to get a trade offer for peace. And I don't want to do this whole turn, but I think that's where I'm going to stop here today. The next stream will probably be the war with the Luxar and continue up here, but I claimed a fair amount of Manti territory with influence, and my influence is starting to grow somewhat unchecked. So, alright, so how many... Let's see, we're at 90, and now we're at... So, sweet. 3 hours for 13 turns. Although I did do an hour of that of shipbuilding stuff. Oh, I just erased that, but that's okay. That was a copy of the save. 103. Okay, well, I think I will probably stream to... Oh, jeez, cat. Cat just, like, jumped and startled me to lay on my shoulder. So, I think that's where I'll stop for now, and I'll probably stream tomorrow. Alright, bye-bye.